Want to know the single best predictor of how long you have left to live? It's not your blood pressure, it's not even your genetics, it's your legs. Specifically, can you stand up from a chair without using your hands? If you can't, you have a problem. You see, most people think getting weaker is just inevitable, entropy, a law of physics. But in my lab, we don't see it that way. We see muscle loss, what we call sarcopenia, as a disease where the body's maintenance crew has gone on strike. It starts silently. The nerves detach from the muscle fibers. The capillaries shrink. The mitochondria, the power plants in your cells, start to sputter out. Suddenly, walking up the stairs isn't just movement, it's a stress test. But here is the data that excites me. Biology is reversible. We can actually turn those epigenetic switches back on. We can tell the body to rebuild. And while we talk a lot about molecules like NMN or resveratrol, the foundation is what you put on your fork 3 times a day. So let's talk about how to hack your biology. I'm going to walk you through 6 specific foods that contain the molecular signals your body needs to fight sarcopenia, lower inflammation, and keep you walking strong well into your 90s. And pay attention to the final one. It's controversial in the longevity space, but for seniors, the science is undeniable. Before we get into the biochemistry, I'm curious, what is your biological age? How old do you feel right now, and where are you tuning in from? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's look at the data. Here are 6 foods to reverse muscle aging. Number 6. Sweet potatoes, the glycemic stabilizer. You hear me talk a lot about blood sugar. Why? Because glucose spikes are one of the fastest ways to age your body. When you eat refined sugars, you get a spike and then a crash. That crash is metabolic stress. It makes your muscles insulin resistant. Sweet potatoes are different. They are complex. They release energy slowly. This keeps your insulin levels low and steady, which is crucial because high insulin blocks your body's ability to burn fat and repair tissue. But there's more. Look at the color. That orange pigment isn't just for show. It's beta-carotene. In the body, this acts as a defense system against DNA damage. It lowers oxidative stress in the muscle tissue. When you lower oxidative stress, you stop the muscle fibers from degrading. You are essentially giving your cells a shield so they can focus on contraction and repair rather than just survival. Number 5. Oats, the microbiome feeder. We used to think oats were just energy. But the new science on the microbiome changes everything. Oats contain beta-glucan, a specific type of fiber. Your human cells can't digest it, but your gut bacteria love it. When they eat it, they produce something called short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs. These SCFAs enter your bloodstream and travel to your muscles, where they improve insulin sensitivity and mitochondrial function. It's a symbiotic relationship. You feed the gut protects the muscle. Plus, oats are rich in magnesium. Magnesium is essential for DNA repair and replication. If you are deficient, and many older adults are, your muscles stay in a state of semi-contraction. They cramp. They can't relax and recover. By keeping your magnesium levels high, you allow the muscle to reset and rebuild during the night. Number 4, avocados, the membrane protector. Let's talk about the cell membrane. Every cell in your body has an outer shell made of fat. If that shell gets stiff, the cell can't communicate. It ages. Avocados are rich in oleic acid, a monounsaturated fat that keeps those cell membranes fluid and flexible. When your muscle cell membranes are flexible, insulin receptors work better. Nutrients get in, waste gets out. Shutterstock. And there is the inflammation factor. We call it inflammaging, chronic low-grade inflammation that eats away at tissues as we get older. The fats in avocados dampen that fire. They down-regulate the genes that cause inflammation. Also, potassium. We often ignore electrolytes until we cramp up, but potassium is what allows the electrical signal from your brain to actually tell the muscle to move. Avocados have more of it than bananas. It's a simple way to keep the electrical grid of your body online. Number 3, berries, the sirtuin activators. This is one of my favorites. You've heard me talk about xenohormesis. It's the idea that when plants are stressed, they produce colorful molecules to survive. When we eat those plants, we get the benefit. Dark berries, blueberries, blackberries are packed with anthocyanins and polyphenols. These molecules do something incredible. They activate sirtuins. Sirtuins are the longevity genes. They are the defenders of the genome. When activated, they rush to repair broken DNA and improve blood flow to tissues. As we age, blood flow to the legs decreases. The capillaries shrivel up. The polyphenols in berries help produce nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels and restores microcirculation. You are literally opening up the highways to deliver oxygen to your starving muscle tissue. It is anti-aging in its purest form. Number 2, salmon, the inflammation extinguisher. If I had to pick one mechanism that destroys independence in the elderly, it is inflammation. It makes joints stiff and muscles weak. Salmon is the antidote. It is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. These aren't just fuel, they are signaling molecules. The body turns omega-3s into compounds called resolvins. As the name suggests, they resolve inflammation. They turn off the chemical alarm bells that tell your body to break down tissue. Furthermore, you need protein. Now, I often advocate for plant-based diets to keep mTOR low and extend lifespan. However, the biology changes after age 65. As you get older, your body becomes resistant to protein signals. You actually need more amino acids just to maintain the muscle you have. The protein in salmon is highly bioavailable. It triggers muscle synthesis without the heavy saturated fat load of red meat. It's the perfect compromise for the aging body. Number 1, eggs, the methylation engine. Now, number 1, eggs. For years, we were told to avoid them, but for the aging brain and the aging muscle, they are a powerhouse. Why? Choline. Choline is essential for the structure of your cell membranes, but it is also a methyl donor. Your DNA needs methyl groups to regulate which genes are turned on and off. If you run out of methyl groups, your epigenome gets messy. The cells forget how to function. Eggs provide the raw materials to keep your epigenome stable. They also contain leucine, the primary amino acid that flips the growth switch in muscles. Shutterstock. For a senior, sarcopenia is a bigger risk than almost anything else. The high-quality protein and vitamin D in eggs provide a direct signal to the body to hold onto muscle mass. Vitamin D specifically acts like a steroid hormone. It goes straight to the nucleus of the cell and tells it to build muscle protein. Most seniors are deficient. Eggs help close that gap. Closing. So, here is the takeaway. Do you need to eat all of these perfectly every day? No, that's stress. And stress accelerates aging. But you need to shift your mindset. Don't just eat to get full. Eat to signal your body. Eat to tell your sirtuins to activate, your inflammation to cool down, and your muscles to rebuild. Consuming sweet potatoes, oats, avocados, berries, salmon, and eggs isn't just a diet. It's a protocol. It's a biotechnology intervention that you can do at your kitchen table. And remember, nutrition is the fuel, but movement is the ignition. You have to move. Even if it's just walking to the mailbox today, do it. Use the muscle, feed the muscle, and you can actually reverse the clock on your physical age. Let's recap quickly. Sweet potatoes for stable glucose and DNA defense. Oats to feed the gut microbiome. Avocados to keep cell membranes young. Berries to activate longevity genes. Salmon to resolve inflammation. Eggs for methylation and protein synthesis. This is how we stay young.